Welcome back to the Wednesday Night War. I'm your host, Mr. A&E, and I'm here with not Deion Sanders for prime time.
What's up, y'all?
It ain't to me, it's me. The PRA me.
That's it. Just a smile. What's up?
Okay, you know what? I'm not mad at that. So, first of all, I'm going to mention this right now. Y'all getting a Wednesday Night War this on Wednesday before Dynamite and NXT come on from last week. And because Nerd Coalition decided after the events that's been going on, we was doing our own silent protest, and we did a Blackout Tuesday yesterday, just like Primetime did. We didn't put no content up for almost the whole weekend. Almost. Because we didn't get to any No Gimmicks Either Wrestling podcast or Nerdgasm Talk podcast at all. So we're going to resume that this coming up weekend, which is before NXT in your house.
Hey, calm down. I resent your tone.
You resent my tone? Okay. Yo, how many times do you think he would say that, out there right now in the front lines? I resent your tone. This is
hilarious. I watched that video at least 5 times.
I know. So yeah, but yes. So I want everybody, before we get into this review, I want everybody to first of all, go out there, let your voice be heard. Protest is good, but violence is not. And we are angry, and as a people out there, but we want us to listen. Yes, we do know that all lives matter, but the Black Lives Matter, and no, all lives can't matter until the Black Lives Matter first. And I think you would agree with that, Primetime?
Yep, totally.
Exactly. So, take time out there just, to listen to what's going on and, not be fooled by, what's going on there and let justice be served. So, let's get into what we didn't get a chance to talk about last week in NXT. And so, first of all, NXT brought back Kurt Angle for a special referee for a fight pit match. And then on AEW, Mike Tyson came out drinking a little bit too much of the bubbly.
Or much of other stuff.
Amongst other stuff too, but you know what I'm saying? So let's get right onto this. We're going to start off with NXT this week. So, NXT, obviously comes to you live from the Performance Center. And we start off with the triple threat match of Group A with Drake Maverick taking on Kushida, taking on Jake Atlas. For whoever wins will face El Phantasma for the interim NXT Cruiserweight title. Is it next week or is that in your house?
Next week on this upcoming episode.
This upcoming episode coming up tonight. Okay, so good triple threat match by these two. Drake Maverick has really shown that he is a decent wrestler. I mean, since coming, because WWE wasn't using him as a wrestler at all. So, decent matchup here. Kushida goes on the tie rope with Jake Atlas and does like a drop down armbar, which looks very scary at first, and then Drake Maverick comes over and covers Jake Atlas for the pin, and that's how Drake Maverick gets out of this situation. He now makes it to the finals for the Cruiserweight Championship. Prime, what do you think about this match? And do you think WWE is going to re-sign Drake Maverick?
No.
Wow, that was a hard no.
Because I think he already signed with Impact. That's why I said that.
Seriously? You think he went back to Impact?
I seen the commercial and they showed alright, on the Impact commercial they showed him.
Spoiler alert,
Mike and Maria. They showed a Bulgarian flag, and they showed Gallows and Anderson.
Wait
I don't know
a minute.
if they signed all them. I don't know if they signed all them.
Hold on.
I just know they said that Slammiversary is coming up. That's all they said.
First of all, let's give up. Impact does good Slammiversaries. We know that.
Yes.
However, I'm just like, I thought AEW was the one to get them. You know what I'm saying? But I guess Impact need more help.
I thought AEW would got Rusev.
Yeah, not Impact Wrestling. I mean, but hey, if you can go there and be a star in something like that, then sure, why not? You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure EC3 coming back home because that's like his home. So maybe we'll see what happens.
All right, next up we get the first ever Johnny Gargano Invitational. It goes against Adrian. Is it Ennis?
I don't know. I just felt like they tried to make. I thought they were trying to make fun of the AEW dude, Alan Angles, whatever his name is.
They probably were. So of course Gargano finishes him off quickly with the Gargano escape. But what I do like is that we get a backstage promo. We get Mia Yim and Keith Lee in their supposed to be apartment, and they do a spoof of the Garganos. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it would have been better if they would have did it like that was like a staple of them, like how Miz and Maurice did the Bellas thing.
Yeah.
And that was like a more of an actual thing in their personality, not something they did like one time.
No, well, see the thing, like I said, I know they didn't give it a chance to breathe, obviously, but like I said, the Garganos did their Gargano skit about 3 times already, and each time it gets more sillier the times they do it. So I mean, I can understand them sitting there, making fun of them as it would. I mean, because right now, after they did that skit, it probably just killed that whole Gargano segment. Be honest with you. So, but I thought it was funny. Me and him has the flashlight. Flashed it. Keith Lee was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, I'm letting out the energy. You should try it. Just hold the flashlight to your face. And then he says, "Hi, I'm Johnny Gargano. I'm mad because my body's not as big as my action figure." So, and then Tegan Knox came in there with their dinner, and she took their slice of pizza. It was like one slice of pizza left in the box and everything. So then they cut the serious promo, and I thought it was a entertaining thing to do, but I do understand what you're saying. If it was a more of a staple thing that the Garganos did, people probably would have enjoyed it a little bit much. So
yeah, it would have made not that it didn't make sense, but it would have made more sense, like a I get it type of thing. Like I really get it.
I got you.
Would have said like an inside jokes or something, like like how John Cena, how they had John Cena house rules. If you watch the show, you would know. Yeah. So.
I got you. Okay, so next up we have Raquel Gonzalez taking on Shotzi Blackheart. Mm-hmm. We only know one thing from this matchup because the match was pretty decent. First of all, Dakota Kai is out there and she gets inside Shotzi Blackheart's tank and she starts rolling with it. Then Tegan Knox comes out and knocks her out of it, and then Raquel Gonzalez, Dakota Kai, and I think Tegan Knox is all on the outside. So Shotzi Blackheart gets on the apron, bounces off the rope, and does like a coffin drop, but she overshoots it. And when she
did it on purpose, honestly.
Man, look, she overshoots it, and she folds like a lawn chair falling on the back of her head on the outside, and it looked like it knocked the wind out of her because like Tegan Knox was really trying to like get her back to consciousness, but it looked like she's all right. I didn't hear any injury report or anything or no concussion report.
I seen her dive before. She all right.
Yeah, well, yeah, I see her dive live in person.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because when she, I forgot who she was going up against, but when she did that face first dive into all them chairs at Evolve, I was just like, she is crazy. She is crazy. But this one did like
it. Good, though.
It is good, but that like it did suck though, and I'm like, you don't want to take too many bumps like that now, especially with all the stuff that's going on. So, but she comes back in the ring. Raquel Gonzalez eventually gets the win over Shotzi Blackheart. I thought she would get the win anyway, despite what happened to her, but it just looked like that she just, overshot that just a little bit too much. So, in the meantime, Charlotte is trying to find a partner. Who is going to be Charlotte's partner for this tag team matchup against Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley? Well, we ain't got to look.
I thought it was just going to be her by herself.
I did too. I really did too. But you know what? I'm not mad at the selection because who comes out? Chelsea Green from the Robert Stone brand comes out to tag with Charlotte Flair.
All right.
What? She not part of Robert Stone brand anymore?
No.
No. Well, you're right. She isn't though. Okay. I missed that part. Yeah, I tell you that. But at the beginning when it came out, he came out with her.
Yeah.
So instantly, that actually put Chelsea Green in a better light in NXT. So the tag team match was okay. Obviously, Chelsea Green was taking more of the heat in the matchup.
Mm-hmm.
And then they tag in Charlotte tags herself in, and then we get action between Io Shirai and Charlotte, and then she pitched right cheating using the ropes, and then they stole the victory of Charlotte and Chelsea Green did, which we already know now that we're getting a triple threat, which we knew it was going to that for the NXT Women's Championship at In Your House. So I'm surprised In Your House is not on Saturday; it's on Sunday this year.
Is it?
I thought it was on, because I keep hearing Sunday, and I'm like, usually NXT shows be on Saturday. But
they have done some on Sundays.
Okay, like I said, I'm not necessarily sure. But so how'd you like it?
I'm tired of Charlotte. That's all I got to say.
Well, we go
I
back.
I need her on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown every week.
You know what? I do agree with you. Even though I do love my queen, I do agree with you. We get another Zoom call from Adam Cole, baby, and Commissioner William Regal is back. And then Cole
having no idea how to work it.
You know what? That was a good joke. You didn't have jokes like that since you was a real man's man. So
I like that joke.
That was good. So he said Adam Cole agreed that to give Velveteen Dream another shot at the NXT title under one condition, that he said when he beats Dream, that Dream would never be allowed to challenge him. And then he said, now Regal said, declared that he will find a special location for the match where Cole and Dream could shine in the spotlight that they so crave. What do you think that means? Are we getting a cinematic match by some kind of cinematic match from Dream and Cole? Like they're gonna have like a special kind of like Hollywood kind of, huh?
I think it'll be more to the Dreams standards because he got the ambiance and he got the couch. I don't know. He got different stuff. He can play mind games with.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna do it because obviously it looks like they're going in the form of a cinematic match because I don't mind another Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream matchup. I really don't, but I mean, I think that's probably where it's headed though.
I mean, I wouldn't mind this match as long as they had that power just editing like they did that last spot when he jumped from the top rope to the floor.
Oh man, don't cut. That was like Mortal Kombat 95 cuts. You know what I'm saying? So we get Tommaso Ciampa taking on Leon Ruff. Poor Leon Ruff. Obviously, is in there.
They beat him every week.
Every week, man. But I'm telling you, they're gonna try to make that their new Pineapple Pete / Suge D. Well,
I don't know.
You don't like Pineapple Pete no more?
He been on all three brands, so not just one.
No, I mean he was getting his ass kicked. You know what I'm saying, from pillar to post.
How many times can you use the same thing? It's gonna be a rough night for him. I'm tired of them saying that already.
Well, Tommaso Ciampa beats him with the one final beat. No. Well, you know what? It was his move first. Well, it was his move first. Then Gargano kind of stole it. But yeah, he received a message from Karrion Kross on the screen, but you just see what's her name?
Scarlett.
Scarlett's out at the top, and then you just see his eyes in the Titantron, and to go for the challenge at NXT. That should be a good match. Obviously, Karrion Kross is winning that matchup. He's not losing his first pay-per-view matchup. It's not happening.
You'd be surprised.
You think Ciampa gonna win this?
I ain't say he was gonna win. I'm just saying you'll be surprised. That's all I said.
Fair enough. So,
because AEW did have Luke Harper lose his first match. pay per view.
Yeah, well,
So
it's against Moxley though. You know, say how you right though, but it is against Moxley. I'm gonna say this. You know what? I'm excited for that one. That's one of the matches on there that I'm excited for on a takeover. I kind of wish it was like a street fight, but I'm just saying. But I think that they can just have just a good one-on-one wrestling matchup. It ain't gonna be the greatest wrestling match ever, by no means. But that's gonna be reserved for Edge and Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? Main event time. Timothy Thatcher taking on Matt Riddle with Kurt Angle as a special referee in the NXT Fight Pit. I'm going to just tell you right now, the Fight Pit was the best thing on Wednesday night, period.
Okay.
I
like how they didn't have ropes.
Yeah, bro, I like how they didn't have ropes, they didn't have turnbuckles, and I like how they had that kind of like balcony
Platform.
thing. Yeah, that platform up there too. And I was just like, wait a minute, bro. This thing is like legit. First of all, because Beth Phoenix made reference to the Lions Den. Remember that one that Owen Hart and Shamrock used to do?
That's what I thought they was going to do.
This is better than the Lions Den, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Shit. In my personal opinion, this is how steel cage matches should be.
I know Kurt Angle went climbing up there, though. So.
No, but I like the idea of having two referees. You got one in the ring, and then you got one at the top.
Let it be Drake. He would have climbed up there, and then somehow during the match, he would have fell off.
You said
it took a bump. That's about would have came in.
Well, you said if that had been who?
The referee Drake, the one with the got the beard.
Oh yeah, okay. So this matchup was great. I enjoyed it. First of all, like I said, I didn't know too much about Timothy Thatcher but he legit shined in this matchup. And he's
a strong style British guy. So
yeah, well, they made it. They made it feel like a legit fight. It didn't feel like a scripted wrestling match. It felt like of course you had your wrestling spots in there, but with them two having these backgrounds, it felt more like a fight. Especially when Riddle kicked him in the mouth and you see the blood coming. I'm just like, yeah, we in this now. He takes Timothy Thatcher to the top. They fight on top of the platform area, and like they suplex and taking shoulder back tosses on that platform. I'm just like, ooh, they bring everything to this matchup. Timothy Thatcher falls down into the ring, and then Matt Riddle hits his I don't know what he calls that move. It's like a whisper. It's like a whisper in the wind kind of thing. Off of it, right onto Timothy Thatcher. And then once again, Thatcher gets him with that choke. I don't know if he calls it, but it's just a regular sleeper hold. And then Riddle tries to get out of it, tries to walk up the cage. First of all, I like how Riddle was like running up the cage and stuff like that, doing these attacks and stuff like that. That made it feel like really like UFC stuff.
Yeah, he can do that. He used to do that when he was in the UFC.
Yeah, I know he is. I'm saying, but him bringing it to the fight pit just made it more legit for me. And then Timothy Thatcher still holds on the lock, and then Matt Riddle is done, and Thatcher wins. I thought Riddle was going to win this matchup, and I was wrong. He put Timothy.
They had already spoiled it from him.
Oh damn! Okay. Well, Timothy Thatcher wins, made him a legit star, and as we find out, that was Matt Riddle's swan song anyway on NXT. So that was NXT for this week. So I thought NXT was a pretty good show.
Yeah, I feel the pains.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Now let's go over to AEW Dynamite. So Dynamite opens up with a 6-man tag match. We got the Young Bucks and Broken Matt Hardy going up against.
Well, wait a minute now.
Well, exactly.
This is not just regular Broken Matt Hardy now. This is
Well, first off,
Spot Monkey Matt Hardy.
He said, "Well, if you're gonna be, partners with us, we want you to change." So they're back there, and then Broken Matt Hardy goes. He comes back as regular Hardy Boy Matt Hardy. He's like, "No, you gotta go back further than that." And then he goes back to like classic Hardy Boy 1996 style Hardy Boys, and I'm like, it's different when you're like damn near 50 wearing them clothes.
Yeah, but look the same though.
Yeah.
Except for the knees.
Yeah, man, he ain't got no knees at all. Versus Private Party and Joey Janela. So, I was like, kind of an odd thing here, but this was probably to put Private Party back on television. because like I said, they've been rusty, so they haven't been on television in a while. So there's a spot where you have Private Party about to go run, and they jump the rope by Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, and then as they springboard, Mark Quinn comes down hard on his knee, and it looks like he jams it, and he's out for the rest of the match. I just thought it was like one of them things I'm selling, but he was out for the rest of the matchup, and
I like how he made it look believable. I like it. I like it a lot.
He did. He made it look really believable because at first I was really like, "Yo, what just happened?" You know what I'm saying? But it was just playing up like it was a tweak or something like that. So, but they the Young Bucks and Matt Hardy end up winning the matchup. After the matchup, Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy helped Mark Quinn back to the back. But we're not done yet because the Butcher and the Blade come out and they're all white, and they come and they start beating down the Young Bucks. And first of all, the Bunny's not with them anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I missed because she was on the other side of the crowd, not being the Bunny anymore.
On Dark, she just randomly came out during TT Marshall's match. So I don't know.
Are they really playing up this QT Marshall shit? Like she wants the Apple guy.
I mean, I don't know because I don't know why they act like we don't know that they're married in real life. Her and
QT Marshall.
The Blade.
Oh, well, you never know because Mandy Rose got a boyfriend, but then after what I seen on SmackDown, I'm like, you sure? Because you ain't see that Otis and Mandy skit on SmackDown, did you?
No, I didn't.
Bruh, let me tell you something. I'll just say this. A side note: if I was Mandy's boyfriend, I'm jealous. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, because you couldn't tell me her Otis ain't really going out. But anyway, so as they're getting beat down, we hear this truck engine, and who's driving down? It's F.
Well, for one, they're driving an old school style truck, which I like the detail because all of them can drive an old school style truck until they're in.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't pay attention to that, but glad you did. It's FTR. And for those who don't know who FTR is, it's the Revival. But they're not Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson. They are. What are their names on here?
Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood.
Okay, so
I think they dropped the ball on the name though.
Yeah,
they should have been the top guys.
Ooh, I like that too.
But yeah, that's the name I thought they would have went with. That's the name I always change it to when I play 2K.
Yeah,
top guys.
But you know what? But they always had the hashtag FTR. I thought it was like.
I thought that would have been their finisher name.
Ooh, yeah.
The top guys hit them with the FTR. Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess.
Man, why ain't you booking this, man? I don't know because those some good ideas. So they come attacking the Butcher and the Blade, and they give them an old school spike pile driver right there in the ring, and they have to stare off with the Young, huh?
I'm just gonna say real quick. The Young Bucks had BTE last week. They did a skit where they dressed up in the outfits that were supposedly Vince McMahon told the Revival that they was gonna dress up as.
Oh.
And they made to think about it.
Oh wow.
And then there was like a oh look, it's a message in the sky. And they looked up at the clouds, and the clouds were spelling FTR. So
what's the that's pretty good. Yeah. They stayed out. They stayed out the Revival, but it's gonna be FTR, and then they just kind of walk away. We not getting no interaction. I can't wait till these teams clash. That's gonna be a match.
Have to be a while, right?
That's gonna. How long are they gonna have? Are they gonna hold out to? They gonna hold out to All Out?
I think they're gonna hold out to whenever fans are there.
Oh, really? You think they gonna hold out that long?
Yes, they had not for this match to be brewing over like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, because you need the fans. This got to be one of their. I don't know what their WrestleMania style show is, but
it might be All Out or Double or Nothing. Maybe they SummerSlam to All Out. I'm not sure.
yeah, I'm saying because they need that signature show to do this joint on. That's what it needs to happen.
I think it might be All Out just because All Out was All In was the first thing, and they do it All Out. So
yeah,
it might be that.
It might be that. So the AEW champion Jon Moxley is on the broadcasting team, and then we get a match with Brian Cage taking on Lee Johnson. Obviously, this is a squash with Taz coming out there, and then after a while, Taz cuts a promo at Fyter Fest. You're dealing with that, so we already set up the Brian Cage versus Jon Moxley match at Fyter Fest, which is I don't know when it's coming up. I think it's sometime in July. It might be.
I don't think they know yet.
Oh, good point. Yeah. So he said that's the machine. Big Boy here is going to tear your heart right out your chest, and he said, beat him if you can, survive if he lets you. Classic Taz line, huh?
Mm-hmm. Classic, but it looks more believable when he does it. When he says it.
Say what?
I said it looks more believable when he says it.
When Taz says
it looks like a killer.
Yeah.
No, when Brian Cage says it, because Brian Cage looks like a killer.
It is, but I having Taz beat Brian Cage's mouthpiece, I don't mind that.
Yeah, he just need to learn how to pop.
Popped up hips.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the popped up hips. Okay, so
I like him doing the Steiner screwdriver though.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moves that nobody ever done but Scott Steiner.
Yeah, but now we got Cage. So next up we got Dr. Brent Baker, DMD, coming out to provide an update of her injury. And you know what? I like how she did this. This will probably be the best segment in my opinion Britt Baker did that I was entertained by.
I'm sure they'll keep out there like that. I don't think I'm surprised she didn't tear ACLs, but you know.
Exactly. Like I said, I don't know what happened. So she said last week's assault left her with a broken tibia and it was not an accident. It was a conspiracy. So she had like this little paper board that she had that she would have somebody keep turning pages. And then I
don't know if you know who Rebel is, but
I'm not too familiar with Rebel.
Okay, she was in TNA, but yeah. That's,
okay. She said
but now she's decent.
She said it's been a planned attack on her since she started in AEW. Chris Statlander, her being an alien is Croc. Sheeta broke her nose, and then she said the champion cheater conspirator Nyla Rose, she couldn't have guided herself away from my fragile face conspirator. So a web of conspiracy all centered around the brains of the operation. AEW referee Aubrey Edwards. Poor Aubrey.
Somehow everybody hates Aubrey Edwards.
Like everybody hates Aubrey Edwards. Like, oh my goodness. But you know what? Do you know what Aubrey Edwards reminds me of, or start to remind me of?
Of what?
Earl Hebner in 2000.
Okay.
Remember when everybody say Earl Hebner at King be on commentary talk about something? Everybody's a Hebnerite.
I mean, her name on one of them things is like Gerald Hebner or Jean Hebner or something, like a female version of Earl Hebner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is what I'm getting vibes of. Earl Hebner from 2000, who everybody was pissed off at Earl Hebner, and then King be like, he's a Hebnerite. He got to him. And then she said, well, considering all this, the joke, you try to take me out, but the joke's on you because I will be back at All Out. So, I don't know what the extent of her injury is, but she's saying that she will be back in time for All Out. So, when is All Out? In October, right?
September 5th.
September 5th. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it's going to definitely be All Out. Oh, man. Because the Inner Circle was getting ready for their prep rally and did not miss. Didn't the Inner Circle have a thing at the opening when they was they had all these championship teas that they was going to win? giveaway, but they lost the matchup and they couldn't give him away.
Yeah, that was during the segment.
Okay.
Actually, no, they did have a truck. Actually, now I think about it, they did have a truck. They was like, oh no, we ordered a couple shirts, but they ordered a truck load of shirts.
Yeah. So just like any NFL championship team, when they order the shirts and everything, it'd be like, man, we lost. Kind of like how San Francisco.
Send them to Africa or send them to another country.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know if you know that joke. They was like, oh my God, what did they say? Somebody in another country think that the Bills won 4 straight championships. I cannot remember who said it. It might have been Gary Owen.
Oh man, that is funny. That's some true stuff. Somebody in a third world country is wearing a Y2 AJ shirt.
Come on, man, that's too soon.
That's too soon. Okay, that's too soon. All right. So he said it's gonna be they're gonna have the great spectacle after losing at Stadium Stampede, and then you see Orange Cassidy run around in the background. And Jericho got distracted and frustrated. He cut an interview with Orange Cassidy. Didn't say much. But we get the newly crowned AEW Women's Champion. Let's do this. Hakura Shida.
Oh, so close.
Oh my God. Okay. Hikaru Shida.
Yes.
Okay. Versus Christy James in a non-title match. Did not see the match. How was the match?
It was solid, just to show off Sheeta and the talent. That was it, basically.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't nothing much. Like she did a couple moves. Christy James punched in her face, and then she did her finisher, and that was it. So.
Okay, cool. Then we get the inaugural TNT champion. The belt's still not done yet, right?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. And Cody comes out there with that red belt, with that blue suit jacket, with that yellow tie, everything was color coordinated, bouncing off each other. I was like, who dressed you this morning?
This closet, he was like, yeah, all right, I'll wear that.
Yeah, I was like, bro, Cody, you are usually more fly when it comes to the suits, bro. But today was just one of them, fucking days. So, Cody's in the ring talking about, why Tom Brady is his favorite quarterback of all time, and how greatness works, and how Dustin got all of the Dusty genes, but I have something a little better. My mom has the grit. He's saying all this in the list. His promo was all over the place. And I was just like, I'm not feeling it. Yeah, they had Brandy and
Dustin. I thought
Dustin.
this was to turn on Dusty for a second.
It was. I was like, this had Brandy and Dustin in the audience. And I was just like, okay, well, what are we getting to here? So he's saying, I'm going to do basically what John Cena did in WWE. I'm going to have a TNT Open Championship challenge every week. I'm going to defend this belt every week. Well, I mean, it's a TNT Championship, so you might as well. Because I remember Stardust being part of that United States Open Challenge when it first started. Also, gave a good match with John Cena. But he said...
he said that it's open to anybody, so they don't have to be on the roster either.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I didn't hear that part, Pinky.
He said it I think he said on Twitter, Instagram, or so.
I would love for WWE guy to come there and challenge him, but it won't happen. It never will happen.
I'm pretty sure Zack Ryder come through one day.
Oh, is that? Okay, yeah. Because we want to see that Zack Ryder Cody matchup. That's what we want to see.
But I don't like it though. People that's not even signed to them come in. That would be good. Like Okada might come in there one day, for example, or something. Yeah. That'd be nice.
Okada be cool. Once they, stop the traveling ban, then Okada be good.
Yeah.
So that was the promo. I thought the promo was all over the place just to get to the main point of just saying that we're doing a TNT Open Challenge. So we finally got to that. Soul Collins censored Kazarian and Scorpio Sky take on Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian. The winners will get an AEW World Tag Team Championship match next week on Dynamite against Hangman Page and Kenny Omega. I'm like, wait a minute, are we still doing rankings? Because is SoCal the top team right now?
Nah, I had no idea. I thought that Best Friends won the match for the number one contender.
Exactly. Because they're going by ranking, and Best Friends got the better ranking right now. Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian just became a team. They're not even a legit team. They just became a team like last week.
Yeah, like Jericho and Sammy got more wins. Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, AEW, I understand you're trying to get to an end game here or probably do a story. I hope it's not a Dark Order. Screw the Dark Order. But I'm like, I thought y'all was going by rankings. I'm like, when it comes to SoCal, their rankings are that high. They're like in the middle. And Havoc and Kip Sabian don't even have a win. And I say that to say because in tonight's matchup, there's a distract. Kip Sabian distracts Kazarian, and then Jimmy Havoc and Kip Sabian hit Scorpio Sky like this Taka Michinoku driver, the Michinoku driver combo, and they win the matchup. And I'm like, and then Tony Schiavone's like, it's an upset, and I'm like, wait a minute, why did they win? Oh, I hate when form teams beat legit teams.
I mean,
that kind of bothers.
Maybe they're trying to break them up. SCU.
But I like
not
SCU.
Not an actual breakup, but like just go to separate ways.
Man, cause like I said, I like SCU. I respect SCU because first of all, I like Christopher Daniels teams, and they never give him a chance. Kind of like Triple X.
I mean, they've been together for like 4 years, though, 3 or 4 years.
What?
Outside of this,
SoCal Uncensored.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Daniels and Kazarian have been together for like more than that.
Yeah. I mean, well,
like since 2008, 2009, maybe.
I would think it'll probably be close to like 2010 ish.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now we have a Dynamite Battle Royal for the winner receives an opportunity at the TNT Championship next week against the American Nightmare. Cody.
Because they couldn't do that at the pay-per-view?
No, because they weren't allowed to have Battle Royals. But once they just said, well, you know, with this pandemic that's going on, like I said, I guess if everybody else is going to be outside, we might as well just do it. So there was Luchasaurus, there was Jungle Boy, there was Orange Cassidy, there was Warlord. You know, all these people were in the MJF was in the matchup. Sunny Kiss was in the matchup. Like I only see Sunny Kiss on Dark and in Battle Royals. Come on.
Yeah, I guess he still got a minor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 'cause I never wanted to watch Sunny Kiss in the Indies. So was he good?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. He probably still learning.
Gotcha.
Still training.
Yeah, and then of course you see the Battle Royale Godfather himself. You know who I'm talking about?
Coming in from the crowd.
Who are you talking about?
Well, when you talk about different people, I'm talking about Billy Gunn.
That's what I'm talking about, Billy Gunn. Yeah, he in all
he
these
came from the crowd. He just walked in from the crowd.
I was like, yeah, man, he did all that. Of course, we had Coco Band stuff like that.
So it's so weird. He's the biggest person in this match.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, he was Luchasaurus had looked down at his nose. I'm like, what? So they had a stare down, and after they could get some of the filth out the way, even Marco Stunt was in the matchup. Warlord politely tossed him over over the edge. It looked like his legs were going to catch them ropes. I was like, God, if he tossed me, he fall backward like Spike Dudley did. It's gonna be a problem. But no, whoever was out there called him, and then so we had a stare down.
George Nella take that bump.
Yeah, that's a George Nella bump right there. They both have like try to do show tackles. It doesn't work, and then they see Warlord and they come and take him down. MJF puts on the ring he has, but he goes to hit Luchasaurus. He gets out the way, hits Warlord, and then they eliminate Warlord. Then Billy Gunn and Luchasaurus try to choke slam each other. They both get eliminated, and it comes down
because why is Billy Gunn going for a choke slam?
It like said no one ever. So now after everybody got eliminated, there's only two left: Orange Cassidy and Jungle Boy. And I was shocked by this. I was like, I swore MJF was going to get this one, and I was wrong. They have a good exchange, of good wrestling. Orange Cassidy hits Jungle Boy with a couple of Superman punches or Superman forearms, I should say.
Superman forearms, because JR kept saying Superman punches.
Yeah, so the Superman forearm, you know what I'm saying? So he hits him with that. And then he bounces Jungle Boy off the ropes, but he hits with a hard clothesline. And Jungle Boy does something where he jumps up and goes for a Hurricane Rana, but then he like comes over the ropes and it takes Orange Cassidy out. It looks sick. It really looked good. So Jungle Boy wins it next week. So I was like, okay,
pretty much.
Yeah. So Jungle Boy versus Cody for the TNT Championship.
Jungle Boy versus Cody.
I think that should be a good matchup.
Obviously, we know he's not winning, but it'll be a good match.
Yep. Okay, so to move this along.
I'm sure. What'd you say?
I said to move this along because we're going over on time here because we talk about Dynamite a lot. We got Mike Tyson coming down to talk to Chris Jericho, and Chris Jericho is in the ring. He's talking about the reason why he has a problem with Tyson because 10 years ago Tyson knocked him out on that Monday show.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said,
Monday night.
And you was my partner. And Tyson said, man, you deserve that, man, because you was trying to steal the championship, man. I was just like,
he said you stole the championship. I was like, what
are you talking about? Okay.
And then he got into a fight with his t-shirt and lost.
Bro, and lost. So Tyson was going to rip over his AEW shirt. And then I'm like, how does Jericho not laugh at Tyson right now? And he could not get out that shirt. And then I like what Jericho said, okay, I get it. You look great. But Tyson gets all up in his face and everything. And then all of a sudden, Tyson pushes Jericho. Jericho pushes Tyson. It's a whole brawl. It's
Tyson versus Jericho.
Bro, I was like, honestly, I didn't like it. Because y'all were trying to go for 98 all over again. And it didn't work.
I mean, it was like, hey, they both in their 50s. Why not?
I mean, like, why not? But I mean, honestly, it didn't go over well with me, and I'm just like, Jericho, you're the master at all this stuff. You can do so much better.
Probably because Mike Tyson forgot his lines. That's why.
You probably was, man, because you forgot the title, man.
Yeah, you stole the championship. What? What championship?
Look, bro, we wasn't going for anything back then. So
we was in the tag team. I was teaming with the Big Show back then.
Exactly, Jericho. So that was AEW. So between AEW and NXT, who won for the night?
I mean, I really like that NXT.
Yes, NXT gets the win for me here because of the fight pit alone.
Okay.
The fight pit alone, and Shotzi Blackheart almost killing herself. It's fun but scary to watch at the same time.
Is it like Jericho still in the championship?
No. I'm cool. I wasn't feeling the Jericho Tyson thing. It kind of, I was like, y'all can't get lightning in the bottle twice. Y'all just can't do it. But guys, that is our Wednesday Night War. We will be back on the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast with the other edition of the Wednesday Night War this weekend, along with our NXT Takeover in your house predictions. And stay tuned for Level Up as we are putting up some NXT, as you put some in your house rewinds up this week. So stay tuned for all that gameplay stuff. So once again, this is NCM Place to be chilling, Miss A&E, and not Dion's hands for prime time.
I'ma say it. It's been real.
No, she's not here. Okay. And the Nerd Coalition is out.